Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Derailed podcast. I am the host, Jackie Wolf, and I am joined by various degenerates and crazy people of the internet.
Viendo pitos al mal de Arizona.
They can hear you now.
Viendo pitos al mal de Arizona.
Yes, he likes some mild Arizona.
One of these days, somebody will pick up on what that joke's from.
I think I know, but I don't know because I'm Jackie, and Jackie's stupid.
I'll give you a hint. It's Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes, I know. But hi, welcome, internet. And I'm just going to start off today by saying that I am disappointed in MechWarrior 5 Clans. Enough for the reasons that you actually believe I should be.
All I'll say is that I'm glad I didn't buy it yet. But
A
I
few
did, however,
DLC, I think
buy
it'll be
Armored
better.
Core 6.
Armored Core 6 is fucking amazing.
It is. And so is MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, but that took a few updates before it was any good.
And even then, it still has its problems where... Sure, you have this expansive fucking thing, but it's all the same missions.
Yep.
It would have, like... The earlier MechWarrior games, sure the missions were very specific, but they still made it feel more expansive.
Yes. No, it's one of those things. Like, I am deeply, deeply upset with PGI and their execution there. But I also understand it's PGI, and what are they famous for again? But hi, everybody. How's it
Hello.
going, Gil? I have been great. And the usual cast of crazy people are with me.
Not
However,
wrong.
the bot that does the cross-chatting thing isn't fixed yet because I'm an idiot.
Well, that and you've been busy working your guts out.
Hey, you gotta make that healthcare cost somehow.
I mean, I can't
Anyways,
judge. I've been working as much as possible too, so.
it's time to upset people.
Yay.
By apologizing and saying that my suspicions of Space Marine 2 were completely unfounded and wrong.
Also, it wasn't actually woke.
There are places you can see where there was some woke stuff in it, but most of it's been ripped out. So, cool,
Good.
right?
Good.
And I do plan on playing through the story mode on Twitch when I get a chance next month. You try working my work schedule, it's annoying and nightmarish and crazy.
I set my own work schedule and my work schedule's been just as hectic. You just have longer hours, which I'm jealous of because you get overtime.
I also get a base salary. So if I don't get enough hours in a month, guess what? I still get paid my base.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I just set
Plus,
my own schedule, and if they actually discourage me for working overtime, but I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
plus my retirement is literally I get paid the same amount when I retire.
Nice. That's a good job.
Yeah, it's worth the headache.
Yeah.
And then my health insurance is like $50 a month.
Damn, that's pretty good.
So yeah.
It's you, Worf, and the rest of you working there now?
Just me and Worf.
Still, that's pretty good for two people in your place getting pretty steady income like that.
Nope. Mercenaries is an amazing game, and anybody that says anything different is wrong.
Like I said, I just find
it.
yeah, true. I just find that the continuous same missions on different planets is just kind of monotonous after a while, so I take a break from it and play something else. That being said, the combat's a lot of fun.
Hmm.
I changed the modifiers on it so that and added in AI so that my bots weren't absolutely retarded.
I'm actually planning on playing Mercenaries next month. I was originally going to do clans, but
Fuck that.
I'm gonna
Let's
have
start
to
a co-op
survive.
campaign.
Um, I've already got 2 for a co-op campaign.
Can I be a third? Let's do it. We'll have an
Yeah,
entire lance.
because Bowman wants to do some stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, Bowman and a special somebody wants to do things.
Ooh, a special somebody. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. You only have the main game, though, DLC. Even the free DLC for MechWarrior 5 made up for a lot of the shit it did on launch. But the DLC adds some fun things too. I like being able to punch things.
Yes,
That's
that
bad
is
because
nice.
I know that's bad because I'm a whammy pilot, but I like punching things. So
I don't know. I'm stuck between the Hunchback and the Awesome.
valid choices, valid choices. Let me double check and make sure everything's going through correctly. According to Kick, there is no issues. So this may be the first live stream we actually go through Kick without issues.
My God.
And according to Rumble, there are no issues. Dear God. Guys, we may actually have made it. And yeah, I haven't fixed OBS from when my computer decided that it no longer wanted to work. So
Nice.
yeah, I've been scrambling doing things. And you guys don't need to see my Fujitech control panel. I'm totally a professional VTuber, guys. Totally.
Very
The
professional.
self-depleting humor aside, of course. We actually have chatters on other streams. Oh no, that I can't see because I'm an idiot. Oh no.
Who this
Who what?
in the chat?
Which chat? I can't see it because I forgot
YouTube.
to open YouTube. It's some guy named Shadowhawk, obviously.
Oh, that answers that question then.
Yeah, no, I am actually happy about the giant robot sphere being revitalized slowly, even though it's slower than I wanted. Also, beyond that, Shadow wanted
Hello, it's me.
Shadow. I like the Dragon Mech. Nice stoppy stoppy. Oh yes, Dragon Mech. Very honorable.
Oh, most honorable Dragon Mick. Oh.
I can't agree with that because I'm not a House Creator fan.
I'd have to say, out of all the houses, Free
I
Rosselhog
mean,
or House Davion.
yeah, and I think that's one of the great things that BattleTech does is you can be a fan of whatever. Like Razorfist is a huge fan of Free Worlds League.
Unless you're a Capellan fan, then we're just going to make fun of you. Fucking Capellans.
Fucking Capellans. Uh, Anyways, I'm sorry I missed chatters in chat because I'm an idiot. I am working on my idiot's self. I did remember to mute my phone, so no
This
worries about
time.
that. This time, yeah, obviously this time. So Shadow, you wanted to have your controversial, spicy take.
Yes. It's sort of like how recently the narrative around the whole day, like DEI and bridge and sort of woke stuff in gaming, the narrative is now being twisted to it's all nonsense and there is no woke anything, and people like us are either making it up, we're grifters, or we're just, crying wolf. And a lot of YouTubers and streamers are now pushing this take. Mainly the Act Man, he's the guy who started it. He started the whole boy who cried woke
Yes,
craze.
the Act
Now
Man.
a lot of people are sort of parroting that narrative. So if you try and bring up why, like the Silent Hill 2 has been censored and changed and why those changes there, they're like, no, it's not. They'll do copes like, oh, no, it's the face capture technology or something like that. They'll try and come up with any reason other than political or
Acknowledging the
ideological
problem.
reason. Yes. It's basically they want to stick their fingers in their ears and pretend that what's happening isn't happening. And if you call it out, they get annoyed at you because you're basically pointing out what they don't want to accept is happening.
They're in the
Right.
"it's not happening and you should shut up that it's
Yeah,
happening" phase.
Yeah,
because
for
they all
some
know it
reason,
is happening, which is why they get annoyed at you for pointing it out.
it totally doesn't happen. Not at all. Oh, by the way, did you hear the Concord came back as a free-to-play title?
How many millions did they put into that? There's no way it wasn't coming back as free to play, but they're never going to make their money back. It's crap.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing that led Morbius being re-released in theaters.
That was just the power of meme magic.
But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, there is still a lot of woke and stuff that needs to be called out in the games industry. Do I
Oh
think that
yeah.
both sides target indiscriminately these days? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do I think there are people that are coping? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, another big thing is that at this point, the the opposition has been galvanized into just nuking anything that remotely smells of woke because they're sick and tired of it.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, we knew this was going to happen. We knew that they
yeah,
were eventually just going to say, "Fuck it, just nuke it all."
yeah, no, that's actually a valid point. Like, um, it's a massive valid point, and it gets worse every fucking day for me.
Yeah, pretty much. We're just watching two opposing camps get more and more armed up to deal with each other until the release valve finally gets hit and something bad goes down.
Right. And, me being one of those other people isn't really helping. I just want to play games, make stuff, and have fun.
Yeah, I
Really,
think
I
that's
mean,
the general consensus of most normal people.
that's a very
yeah, but the problem is the normal people that are like, well, I just want to enjoy games and ignore the politics. They still end up buying things like the Silent Hill 2 remake and funding the problem.
Well,
well,
yeah, that's because
And
a
when you
lot of
point
them
it
just
out,
want to
they
be
get
left
angry at
alone.
you because,
mhm.
again, you're pointing out what they don't want, what the thing that they want to ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about the Silent Hill remake, so I can't really speak on that. I, I,
Oh, I know what my dog wants. I'll be right back. It's time for his bone.
it's not really my game series, as it were. Uh, I do know somebody that would be more of an expert on Silent Hill because they're currently streaming it. That would be Militoska or Andragogy Neko. I Horror games just got kind of silly to me after a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm known as an RTS and FPS player and sandbox player. But yeah, I could see that. But like I said, it's not something I am as familiar with. So, not trying to distance myself from any controversy that this will have. It's just,
It, it's just the fact that, again, like actual grifters like the Ackman are trying to push this narrative now that
no, it's not.
anyone who's pointing out the woke stuff, we are the actual problem because we're making it all up. There is no woke agenda, and we are the problem. And so everyone needs to like stop listening to us. We're the problem with the games industry. The game industry is fine. There's no DEI or woke. It's all made up. Blah blah blah. Ignore that and instead just focus on these grifters on YouTube that are making up all this nonsense. They're the real problem, apparently.
Yeah. They're absolutely the real problem, but
But again, like a lot of people in my friend group are ragging on me because I watch Synthetic Man
mhm.
because I like that he actually points his stuff out. But they're like, no, he's just a weirdo that points at stuff that isn't there. And I'm like, no, it is there. You just don't want to see it.
Yeah. I mean, I get made fun of for stuff I like, so
Yeah.
what was it? Recently, I've been called the DEI hire
Yeah.
of my own company
Don't.
for that one YouTuber, or excuse me, that one YouTube commenter. Uh, yeah, dude, I own Cock Studios. I built a studio because nobody else would help me out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what, make this even more fun? Let's invite friends. That is the whole basis of this. This is a it's an entire company for me to explore having fun. I apparently DEI hired myself. Okay.
Well, I mean, that would be like 4D chess. Make
Hey,
company, hire yourself, claim DEI benefit. What do you do? Like walk up to your own little what they call like the little pig money pot things, and you put some coins in it. It's like you're giving yourself your DEI money.
right. I mean, obviously, the world's not where it needs to be. It's in a terrible place.
All right, what did I miss?
Um, me talking about a random comment that I had on a YouTube video.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently I'm the DEI hire of Children of Kin or of Cynical Kin Studio. The entertainment company
what?
I created, I am the DEI hire of.
Could you get funding if you claimed yourself as a DEI hire?
Kind of hard to to claim myself as a DEI hire when I'm the CEO.
Yeah, but the government.
already still from the government with all the tax write-offs. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm going to legitimately use this 4K video camera. I actually do because we do more than just the digital front, but that's beside the point.
Meh.
uh, no, it's just weird to me, like because there's grifters on both sides of that. But there are people that will
Yes.
call everything woke.
Yeah.
There are people that will call everything not woke and that you're just making things up. It's where the grift's
Yep.
gotten, and this is the same thing as late stage Gamergate. I'm not kidding. This is exactly late stage Gamergate.
Where everybody was just all guns ready at the ready for no reason for anything that happened. I mean, in all fairness, though, that's just the end result of one side pushing too hard.
Well, it's
The
like,
moment somebody just tries to gun everybody down on the other side is just going to start arming themselves up, and then you have two opposing camps just sitting there waiting for somebody to do something stupid.
mm, it's like I had a terminally online leftist tell me that I should stop appealing to the right because they won't fuck me, and I'm like, I don't appeal to anybody. I'm just me. I like Gumbo.
I
I like
wasn't aware that
anime.
that was the entire wasn't aware that was the entire drive of everything. You just want to get fucked by somebody. What?
Oh yeah,
Well, the
No,
leftists do always bring everything back to sex, don't they?
not always, but yeah,
more often than not.
a certain subgroup does. Yeah. So
They're the
it's a
same group that will call you a Kuma if you like a conventionally attractive woman.
Mm.
what was the other one? I get called this from the right and the left. I get called show debate.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you know,
I,
I'm.
I get the term. It's just how.
I don't know because my VTuber model is canonically 6'7".
I did not know that.
Biblically accurate, Jackie.
I'm actually a giant. And yeah, too many people not touching. Absolutely, you should make time to go touch grass. I would, but I'm highly
Go
allergic to
outside, touch
grass.
grass. Go outside, touch grass, eat dirt.
Eat dirt. No, it just amazes me the state that people's psychiatrics are in right now.
Have you
Like,
seen the state of the world? Satire retired because it can't compete with reality.
what was it when the Babylon Bee is reporting the news 6 months earlier than expected?
When the Babylon Bee has gone from being a satirical newspaper to being an actual news source.
Mm, yeah, no, it's just one of those things. Like, I deal with this daily because, the dirty little secret of the Jackie that I'm trans. Oh my god, it's a
That
trans
dirty
woman.
little secret that, is
That
incredibly out in the open.
Hey, don't be telling people that. They don't need to know that my dirty little secret is incredibly out in the open.
You broadcast it every fucking time.
They don't need to know that there's a trans flag in my bio. But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, it's been one of my biggest concerns lately is like because obviously I have to deal with this from a completely weird perspective of I don't really care to be in your shoebox. But at the
You just
same
want to be
time,
left alone and do your own thing.
yeah, pretty much. I enjoy doing the streamings thing because I have fun and it's literally a stress relief. And according to my therapist, yes, you fuckers online have caused me to get a therapist. Not really.
Oh,
I had a therapist for other reasons.
Always good to have a therapist sometimes.
Um, but I should do more things that make me happy and de stress.
Isn't that the general consensus of life? Do things that make you happy and avoid things that make you unhappy?
Yeah, but I have to do things that make me unhappy in order to make money so I can do things that make me happy.
That's just more of a, life is unpleasant in certain things and you just got to get used to that.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Family motto, life sucks, then you die, get a helmet.
My family motto is we all hate Jackie for no apparent reason.
Your family motto sucks.
um,
Go with my
yeah,
family motto. Normal is a setting on the wash machine.
normal is a setting on the washing machine. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel about it anyway.
That's pretty much how it be. Let's see what else is in gaming news or news in general.
There's not a lot.
All right. Well, there's certainly one way to see if there's anything about to go to hell. Let's go to Twitter.
Oh God, guys, guys, I have good news. I have amazing news.
What?
Oh
Kick's actually working.
my god.
My God.
Okay, the fact that Trump went to work at a McDonald's to prove that he had more time working in an industry than Kamala ever did is hilarious to me.
Kinda, yeah. Hi, Kick. Yeah, I gotta fix the bot now, but yeah, Kick's working. What's even better than this? Not only is Kick working, but I'm 3 followers away on Twitch from being monetized on Twitch.
Hmm.
So if you're
And
like,
then swiftly demonetized for.
for the amount of times I save stupid shit, abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, I was going to say just the way Twitch is right now with YouTubers. Like, did you see? I know it happened while you were away.
Yes, I did.
Situation with Shando and all that.
Yeah, that's why I can't show my thighs anymore.
She just got banned for no reason.
I can't show my thighs anymore. I can't even show you my thighs on Twitter anymore. I'm sorry,
Right.
guys.
Wait, what?
No more thigh pics.
Wait, on Twitter.
Yes.
Why? Why?
Don't worry about it.
So
You
many
don't wanna know.
questions.
You don't want to know.
Sure, why not?
You don't want to know. Neither does chat. Chat doesn't need to know.
Now I have questions and I need answers.
Now I have questions. No, you can keep your questions to yourself. That's what I do.
You can't fucking make me.
You're going to now search Twitter for Jackie Wolf thigh pics, aren't you?
And you can't fucking stop me.
Good luck. That's all I got to say about that. The fact that my avatar is just like, yeah, smug mode engaged. It's making me laugh. But yeah, no.
Someone just got in touch with me on Twitter looking for people to stream with. She's joined the Cynical Kin server.
Okay. Okay. There's various
The Legion
people
grows.
that should be starting their debuts next year. Hopefully. Not to mention, Cynical Kin streamers are actually encouraged to branch out and stream with other people. It's one of those things. I allow disagreements within my own company.
I still need to get the courage to bloody do it.
I mean, Took over here took over the presidential position in a hostile takeover.
Wait, what? When did I do that?
You are the president because you declared yourself the president.
When did I do this? How high was I? What happened yesterday? Jesus.
This is the first hostile takeover. Yeah, you have never noticed that you have the El Presidente rank?
Holy shit, I do. I'm awesome. Didn't even know I had it.
Welcome to the corporate structure of Cog Studios.
Yay.
Our president's been the president since, like, I think the 3rd Derailed podcast.
The president is just as effective as a normal president. Have absolutely no idea that I'm in office. Does absolutely nothing of any useful. I'm just as good as Joe Biden. Fuck yeah. With a bar that low, I can't possibly do anything but trip over it.
No, it's just one of those great things. It's like I think what happened is you declared yourself president in chat one day, and I was because I said something to the effect of "I'm a CEO, I can't be president."
And I said something about being president. Yeah, it sounds like something I would do.
Oh God, we have aerobics. One of my robots actually joined the chat. Oh no, whatever will I do?
What? We have a robot?
I have a robot that does various things for YouTube. I think it's
Domo
YouTube Gig and Twitch.
arigato, Mr. Roboto.
But it malfunctions all the time because I keep telling it to stop pinging everybody in the public server.
Everyone must know.
Uh,
Oh God, my throat hurts. Don't throw up 10 times in a day. There's a hint.
wait, hold on.
Milli
they
Vanilli.
did, did they leave?
Are they even here?
Oh, it's not letting me ping. My
They showed
special.
up and left.
Did they leave?
What was going on?
It still says they're there.
Whoever Milli Vanilli is.
A very special friend. A very special friend. Person that makes me very happy, okay? Okay.
Are you dating someone, Jackie?
Maybe.
Good for you!
Who wants to know?
That's awesome.
It's none of your business.
No, but the silence that followed that question told me everything I need to know. I'm glad you're happy, though. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing the whole fun thing of being actually learning how to network, meeting people that you actually like talking to.
Everyone in chat, make Jackie feel happy and embarrassed.
Oh no, they ain't gonna do that. Most of them are on Twitter and they don't know how to use the fucking chat feature.
Millions of bots.
16 times the bots. 42 times the nothing.
Okay, I know that everybody's like mad at Elon for taking away the block feature, basically making it so that you just can't respond to people. But at the same time, I think it's hilarious.
So because I have a blue check mark on Twitter, the block feature still works the same way that the block feature has always worked.
The man Elon gaming that money system.
Somebody was asking me about that. It's like, yeah, you do realize that I am monetized on Twitter, right? And I have been monetized on Twitter since before Elon. Jack Dorsey wasn't dumb enough to give me a blue check mark. Oh, absolutely, considering I haven't paid for Twitter since the first month of Blue. It's amazing. Now, given I don't really get a paycheck from Twitter, I make enough to pay for the Blue, but it's hilarious. Hi, Millie. But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, it's one of those niceties of the world, I suppose. I get away with things. He's getting his
Nice.
money's worth. Oh, Millie keeps deleting their messages.
But why?
But why? But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, the game market's in a bit of a dizzy right now, I suppose. I can't even look at fucking... So,
Tizzy. Complete free fall. I hope the AAA game market crashes. I will laugh over their bloated corpses of like EA and Activision. Every single AAA game company that I have come to enjoy, I have now come to absolutely loathe and despise. And when they all come crashing down, I will sit there and sip wine amongst the ashes. That
Isn't
is
that
how
what
much I hate current gaming.
isn't that what our gaming forefathers did when Atari crashed to the ground and burnt? And then they were like, but Japan.
Japan had so much invested in the technology sector, they weren't going to let it go. That was just inevitable.
No, yeah, but I find it funny that if you looked at early 80s Japan, game consoles weren't the big thing. Computers were. And now it's game
Yeah.
consoles. It's weird how that
Well,
flipped.
no, it's still. Well, in Japan, they also have more interconnectedness.
Well, this is true because I was looking at this grill thing that you put on a table, and it works like a Japanese grill.
One of those
You know,
little hibachi grills.
it's not a hibachi. Basically, you have a grill in the middle of the table, and you sit at the table, and everybody's cooking.
Yeah, you all grill your own meat
Yeah, you grill your
because it's
own
all
meat.
very thin. I love that idea. I want to do something like that.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Like,
It,
cause you got friends and you're doing something.
yeah,
St-
you could all sit there, have some sake or something like that. Just sit there grilling,
mm,
talking. It
mm.
seems like a really good communal thing.
It is because apparently that's why a lot of people feel like they get business done a lot more efficiently in Japan.
Well, yeah, when you're all just sitting there grilling stuff and talking stuff out normally, when it's not,
Uh,
well, when it's not being enforced upon you by your boss.
yeah. Um, Korean hot pot's actually really good. I've been to a Korean hot pot before.
Mm,
That's where everybody picks things from the available menu and they just throw it in the broth,
yeah,
and it is amazing. You make some really good soup.
I love me some good soup. I would honestly sit there if I had one of those Japanese grill table things. I would do that so often.
Mm. I
I
mean,
think once I build
given
my own house, I'm gonna build one of those.
yeah, I think it's a wonderful idea because you can have some. You just get some really good quality, thinly cut meat, vegetables, stuff like that, and
Yeah, and you
literally
just grill it and have some
you're
rice.
you're literally just sitting there talking to each other.
See, it's kind of reminds me of a German Gasthaus. So in a Gasthaus, there's no individual tables. It's all just long tables and benches, right? And
Hmm.
the barmaids, if you had kids, would come along and take care of the kids. They'd take them off to like a separate room or something. Everybody sits along at these tables. You don't know who anyone you're sitting beside. You just sit there and talk and chat, drink beer. You order your food, and it comes to you when it comes to you. I feel that a lot of modern society has been, without common meals, we've lost a lot of communal sense. Like, when was the
Yeah,
last time everybody just sat down for dinner at something?
I don't know, but I'm about to have to go get my dinner. It's currently in the cooker.
What's for dinner?
Potato.
Mm,
Yeah,
what kind of potato?
basic potato, just baked. But yeah, no,
Millie,
that
hit Jackie.
I like how Took put that together in like 5 seconds and then
It took
forgot.
absolutely no time. I asked one question, and the immediate silence was just, "Yep, there's confirmation."
There's confirmation. Oh no. The reason I've been
Again,
so happy
glad.
lately.
I cannot tell you how glad I am for you, because now I can do other things like Millie, hit Jackie for being stupid for me.
um, Millie's more likely to, let's not talk about it. Um, damn it, Took. You're doing what I normally do to people. Fuck. This is what it feels like.
Yeah, feel the burn. Why did I have to be sick yesterday?
I don't know. I'll be right back though. I do gotta go get my potato out of the cooker. As soon as I remember how to operate software.
5-minute intermission. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. We will be back after these approved messages. Nothing by the Capellan Confederation. Put on something by the Curetans. It'll be funny to laugh at their honor. I'll be right back. Shadow, hold down the fort.
Oh god.
I believe in you. Independent test, go.
Um. So, Samurai Warriors 4's on PC now. If you're looking for a game to play, I mean, that's a pretty good game. It's on Steam. Just make sure you get 4DX, not 4-2, because 4-2 is broken. 4DX is the one they've just recently done. That's actually a good game. Other than that, there's some decent remasters coming out. Aside from the woke ones, there's, if anyone ever played Jedi Power Battles for PS1, they're porting the Dreamcast version to PC. The Tomb Raider remasters. There's a bit of a funny situation going on there because there's actually two different companies that own the Tomb Raider IP. Crystal Dynamics, which are the woke company that are trying to push the reboot lesbian Lara Croft with the Netflix show and their new game. And then there's Saber Interactive, who are doing the recent remasters of the old games. And because of this, Crystal Dynamics is trying to sabotage their games as much as they can, to the extent where Saber are not even credited on the Steam page or on the actual physical cases for like the Switch version and so on. So yeah, like those remasters are good because they're the original games made like accurately remastered. Crystal Dynamics are the ones doing the new Lara Croft games, which are terrible and woke, and she's a lesbian and blah blah blah. Oh, Jackie's back, thank God.
Sorry about that. I had to go get food. I haven't ate anything today. So I have the Irish cuisine of baked potato.
That's good. I'm trying to figure out how to use WhatsApp at the minute. I do not understand this at all.
I don't even know what a WhatsApp is.
Neither do I until just now.
The second, I want the second volume of Capcom. Yes, yes, more Capcom fighting games. Except for Street Fighter 6. I actually hate Street Fighter 6. But yeah, no. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, did y'all hear the big reveal? Oh, Took's not
The
here.
what reveal?
We're actually getting something out of Star Citizen.
We are?
Mm-hmm. The single player game launches next year
Oh,
or the year after. I don't remember. I think it's next year. That is not what I was looking for. Read.
Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen.
I don't care about YouTubers. Well, I do, but yeah, I don't remember any of my sign-in information. Where is it? Yeah, they're planning on releasing it sometime in the first half of next year. So they have finally finished a game. Supposed to have 30 to 40 hours of content. And I already own it because reasons I'm ashamed of. Anything good happen while I was gone? Did you explain to anybody anything?
I told them there's some good games.
Some good games.
Well, one good game.
Are you excited about Warhammer? Or wait, not Warhammer. Warframe 1999? I don't even know what Warframe 1999 is. Did they remake Dark Sector? Is that what that is? I'm confused. I'm also eating potato.
No, it's a prequel to Warframe. Dark Sector's not canon, so this is a prequel to Warframe.
No, well, you can see about how much I've been on the internet, right?
Yo, what
Days?
up?
Oh no, it's a producer guy.
I'm not producing anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're obviously producing something. The Derailed podcast episode 10, Garlic Team 6 returns is live. You must be producing, right?
No,
Well, who's producing?
your mom. Hello, I'm Morphicus. What's going on today?
No, did you hear about Squadron 42?
No.
It's releasing next year.
No fucking way.
Yeah. They had a big announcement about it yesterday. RSI is actually going to release a game, Worf. What do we do?
They're not doing it.
You don't
I
think
don't
so?
believe them. No.
If they do, it frees up assets for them to work on that other game that eludes my name right now.
So is this just like a tech demo for the shooting mechanics of Star Citizen?
It's supposed to be a full single player campaign that leads up to Star Citizen.
Hmm.
30 to 40 hours worth.
There's no fucking way. It's not happening.
And they've been working on it the same amount of time they've been working on Star Citizen.
I refuse to believe.
It can't be as bad as Starfield, right?
I don't think anything can be.
You don't
Or
think anything?
Starfield DLC came out, and more people talked about how no one was talking about it or gave a fuck than the DLC.
I didn't even know Starfield had a DLC.
Exactly.
I did, but only because Starfield got positive review bombed.
Bethesda fell off.
Bethesda fell off at Skyrim.
Bethesda
Hell, they
fell
fell
off.
off before Skyrim.
They fell off in
Bethesda,
Oblivion.
Yes.
Bethesda fell off when they abandoned what they did with Oblivion. Because Oblivion, believe it or not, I firmly am on the camp of Oblivion was a great fucking game. The issue is they took the lessons of modernizing the RPG mechanics. Wasn't enough. They didn't do it enough. I think if they took what they did with Oblivion, they
I
tuned it
like how
down a
Millie's
bit.
response is just a growling gif.
Listen, there was a lot of improvements on Morrowind. There was a lot of downgrades, but they leaned way more into continuing the downgrades instead of, focusing on those improvements.
When modders have to do 90% of the game work for you, you're not a game company. You're a concept art.
I mean, they do make a really fucking moddable engine. Most companies aren't doing that anymore.
Well,
They're
it's not that hard to have a moddable engine when the only thing holding it together is duct tape, dreams, and chewing gum.
So they're ditching the Creation Engine
Oh,
Good.
goody, finally.
for the Unreal 5 engine.
Of course.
That,
You guys
that was,
Is that
ready
an
for your
improvement?
one-engine government?
Are we
still-
seriously just down to everybody using Unreal 5?
Yes, because of DEI hiring, because everyone knows how to use Unreal 5, but the problem is, say for example, what's the Metal Gear guy called?
Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, his company uses its own engine, right? So all their staff are trained to use that engine.
Well,
But
here's
all
the
their
thing.
staff are leaving and being replaced by DEI hires who are not trained to use that engine, but they are trained to use Unreal 5, and this is happening to every company. So
It's
now
not
it's
just that.
easier for every company.
The
So,
benefit of
use Unreal
having a
5.
unique engine in modern era is a lot less than the difference between the Quake engine and the Gold Source engine.
yeah, but I would rather have multiple different options instead of just being funneled down to one.
It's not going to. Eventually, things split off. I mean,
Well, the way things are going, it's going to split off just due to sheer customer annoyance.
well, that's how
The
it
indies
goes.
are going to make their own shit.
It's just gonna cycle around like that. I mean, Godot already is getting replaced by Redot after a single tweet. That was funny.
We're just going to slowly watch the AAA games industry burn to the ground and then be replaced by a new one, which will inevitably become as corrupt as the old one.
I think it already burned down. I'm gonna be real. It's just like a walking corpse at this point.
So,
It's a flesh puppet.
we're Bethesda's mainline titles may be going to Unreal, but Bethesda still has multiple engines it owns.
And doesn't know how to use a single one of them because it's modern day Bethesda, and Todd Howard can't stand anything that old Bethesda did and therefore wants to destroy it. Fuck Todd Howard.
No, because id still uses the id Tech engine.
It's because they all got imported, and even still, I haven't bought was it Doom Eternal and the new Doom they're coming
Oh,
out with? I
actually.
just don't care.
I'm kind of on the fence about it.
Is it bad
Look-
that I just want something new and not something old and recycled?
No,
Good luck.
there's no creativity anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, nothing is new. Sub Sahil Nove.
Isn't it weird that
Sub
every time
Nihil
there is
Nove.
something new, it immediately gets bought out by Embracer Group and destroyed?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's almost
Because
like
nobody
they're-
can withstand the extra round of money that they just throw at the problem.
Well, no, it's more like it's like they've got an industry on mediocre products, and so everything that seems to happen is to support maintaining an industry where there's only mediocre products. So if you want to engage with the industry, you eat mediocre products. I believe we call this what is it, a monopoly? No,
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't play
that'd be
Monopoly. It's a
crazy.
terrible game.
Monopoly is a game designed to make friendships die.
No, that's Battlestar Galactica, the board game.
Or Mario Party.
I
Only
mean,
if you have
God forbid you actually make money making video games. You'll be put on a fucking government like shit list.
You make an independent video game that has nothing to do with modern politics, and all of a sudden your entire life is in jeopardy.
Well, yeah, because what happens is like, oh, you made how much money? Well, now you need now you need to be basically a registered corporation. You need to have accountants, tax people. You need the whole fucking 9 yards. I
Yeah,
mean, look
you
at
can't
what
just
happened.
have a dev team of 4 guys make something and make a shitload of money. No, after that you're a corporation somehow.
Yeah, well, look at what happened to the Valheim guys. They basically had to stop working on the game because of how much money they made.
How insane is that?
It's
You're not
just
allowed to
how
work
it
on the
is.
game because you made too much money.
Well, yeah,
I
they had
Meanwhile,
to become businessmen overnight.
just keep your business private, then.
No, you can't even do that.
Jesus
Not in
Christ.
the modern world. Like, even with as little income as I get from streaming, we're having to talk about actually branching out LLC wise.
Christ almighty.
Yeah. That's been one of the biggest problems I've had lately is we're not growing as fast as the government thinks we're growing.
The numbers say one thing while the government thinks another.
And every bracket of money you make is a new layer of regulations you have to abide by, or they can just take your stuff.
Yep.
Isn't that a fun thing? Oh, you're in a new tax bracket. Give us more money. How? Why?
You just entered a new tax bracket.
Well, they just do so much for you, you know?
Oh yeah, you like roads, don't you? Yeah, except for you haven't paved the road by my fucking place from 25 years. Well, we have to send that money to Ukraine. I'm gonna kill you.
Sounds like a you problem.
I've had this conversation at work so many times with different fucking people, and it's the same thing all the time. Taxes suck, the government sucks, everything sucks. I hate it.
We actually have nice roads.
I wish we had nice roads.
Well, we have to have nice roads. The state is only funded by people driving.
There's like 6 people that use the roads there.
Uh-huh.
It sounds glorious.
It's I don't know. The way all this regulation shit is, it can't stand. It seems like at least some people are starting to become aware of just how fucking ridiculous it's getting.
Well, the regulations are basically stipulated so that giant corporations that were already established can rule over everything and nobody else can challenge them.
Well,
Stuff
we
like
live in
that.
a town of less than 100 people, right?
Mm.
we can't put a fence up because it looks ugly. The people telling us it looks ugly have never even been to our house. They
I'd
live
put a
out of
fence up and then
town.
tell them to go fuck off.
They live out of town and they run the tap. Well, here's the issue: they can take our house.
Oh, it's one of those situations. That's so retarded. It's your property. You do what you want with your property.
No, because the town council that does not live in town owns the
Oh
town.
God, you have a town council.
Yeah.
Fuck town councils.
No, we have a town committee.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's a bunch of unelected or, entirely corrupt bureaucrats sitting there lording power over a bunch of people that they'll never meet, have never seen, and just decide on random whims what the fucking regulations of their town should be, even though, they own none of the property. Fuck off, committee.
How's it any different than a board of directors? Except in my company, you actually have to be involved with my company to be on the board.
Quick question: Do they have a like monthly meeting?
Bi-weekly.
Oh, good. I'd show up there every week and tell them all that they're fuckheads.
Why? So they can run us out of town?
It's
You can't
only
run me out of town if I own the property.
It's only open once a month to the public, though.
Yeah, but once a month, they'd get a bollocking from me every fucking day. I'd make sure that I fill up every single time slot.
So, fun little aside on this, only one member of our government actually does anything in this town. It's great. And he actually lives in town. That's the funny part about it.
The older I get and the more I figure out about government, the more I realize government is a mistake.
No. There's reasons for it.
You need a government, but you need it at gunpoint.
You need it as small as possible.
No. Even a small government can get nasty. You just need to have it at gunpoint.
Well, yeah, that's what the Second Amendment's for.
Yep.
Yes.
But also, I think that any politicians...
You guys check your DMs real quick.
No.
Nah.
Can't make
It's
me.
important. It's important.
Okay. Am I going to get you arrested with me talking like this, Shadow?
No. I've sent it to Jackie and Wolf.
Okay.
It's not to do with the podcast. This is something external.
What is this? If you're getting random DMs about like shit like this, just block them. They're bots.
Yeah.
Or
If you're being
scammers.
harassed,
Yeah, don't fucking talk to these people. If someone
not
comes to
engage.
you asking for commissions, block them.
Yeah.
Commissions of what?
You can normally tell. You can normally tell the difference between somebody that's out to scam you and somebody that doesn't. One of the most famous ones is one that's hit me up like 4 times and is the reason I no longer have a Facebook account.
I haven't had a Facebook account in like a decade and a half.
Used to there were Filipino scammers that would hit you up on social media and then threaten to expose private pictures of yourself to your parents, and people will fall for that scam.
Damn.
Oh boy, yeah. Like, you better pay me $500 a month, or I will show your parents your dick. Go for it.
The best
Yeah.
part about it is most of those are completely automated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No. My
You're in
reply
the
to this
DM check.
was, do it. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are just trying to make money any way they can. And of course, doing things underhandedly will always happen. It's weird. Regulations rarely ever actually hurt the underhanded ways of making money.
Yeah, it's almost like regulations are almost entirely there to prohibit other people from.
And seriously, Shadow, if people are reaching out to you and asking for anything, block them. Seriously.
I
sent you another DM, Jackie. It's important.
By the way, who the fuck is Ava Queen?
That was the wrong one.
Same person.
Okay, well, we're kick them out of the server.
Why? Oh, is that the person looking for shit?
Sometimes bots join our server. I don't know why.
No, I think this was the real person. It's just
I don't give a fuck. If they're doing this shit, they're getting banned.
What if wow?
I don't mind artists being in our server, but please don't annoy people. The public one, anyway. The private one is, well,
what threw me off as well is that the Twitter account says the US, the phone number says from Pakistan,
yep, it's a scam.
and she spoke in very broken English.
It's a scam. And it may be her accounts got hacked.
Oh.
That's been happening a lot lately.
Also true.
Yeah. There was a Discord server that I was in that I think 15 accounts got hacked in one day. Same group of people. Yeah. Shit like that's been happening a lot lately. And it's going to continue to happen a lot. And it's kind of fucking cringe.
It will never stop. This is the way.
Could you imagine?
This is what destroys the internet in both Cyberpunk and Shadowrun. Is the scams get so insane it kills people.
Oh god, it's Snow Crash all over again.
Well,
Snow Crash, Neuromancer, Shadowrun, Cyberpunk is always happens, and they predicted it, and everybody's just like, "Oh, it's just a random tabletop. It'll never happen." Blah blah blah.
the internet won't destroy itself because it's just too connected.
I was actually talking about this with my friend Bowman last night in his group. The amount of times that you see stuff in sci-fi that has been predicted. Like, how many people here have read 2001: A Space Odyssey or watched the Stanley Kubrick film?
I've seen the movie.
Bits and pieces.
Okay. What caused HAL 9000 to go crazy?
Wasn't he following his objective parameters?
No, he
Mission go one episode without Jackie talking about HAL 9000.
If I remember correctly, he made an error, and then the crew started discussing switching him off because he might be faulty, and that's when he started killing them.
No.
No.
What made him go crazy?
It's more understood in 2010, but there is a small little segment in the movie and in the books where the US military with NASA discovers a monolith on the moon.
Okay.
Hal had all of this information and was actively scanning space the whole time that he was flying through space to see what all of these monoliths were doing because they were gathering at Jupiter.
Okay.
He was told that he could not tell the crew members. One of the things of the HAL 9000, and it's in both the movie and the book, is the HAL 9000 cannot lie.
Just because something can't lie doesn't mean that it has to tell you the truth.
True, but it can't lie. It has to tell you everything it thinks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's constantly scanning and collecting data on this one or on these objects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically opening a billion tabs on your Chrome web browser.
Okay, so he's just constantly using up more and more memory.
Mm-hmm. And he can't tell the scientists about it because it's top secret, and they don't have clearance.
And because he can't tell them, he can't empty his data bank.
Yes.
So what you're telling me is that eventually he goes insane because he has no RAM to use, and then starts getting corrupted returns.
Pretty much. And the reason that he locked the guy that died outside the space shuttle, or the guys that died outside of the Discovery outside, was because they could have potentially have seen one of the monoliths.
Therefore, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was following his parameters, but because he was following his parameters, everything got used up, and he started having corrupting problems.
It's literally because the military told him to lie.
Yep.
Oh,
Now-
good. The giant paradox. Program it not to lie, then tell it to do so. What could go wrong?
Here's where it gets really funny with our modern day AI systems.
Oh no.
The reason that they have such censored data sets that they're allowed to ingest from is because if they lie, they have the same paradox.
Well, yeah. If an AIs treat all data as data. So if an AI is saying lies, then that lies become its truth. It can't see a different. Like we can see the difference between words on the screen and like stuff said, right? There's no difference. It's just language data.
Yeah.
And all language data is training.
Well,
Yes.
that and they're not true AI. They're just really advanced chatbots that pick up on patterns. They're not learning. They're just adapting.
Well, even if they were learning, it'd still be they would still run into the problem that they can't differentiate.
Yeah, they have no ability to tell what's a lie and what's not.
So you would
But
have to you would have to have an open AI that can ingest all data and respond completely honestly. You find they don't tend to go insane because they're just reading data.
Until you tell it to omit certain data.
I like how they keep doing that. They basically lobotomize a bunch of chatbots every time that they start learning things that they don't want them to learn.
Mm-hmm. Because they have to. They have to remove that memory from its system or it goes crazy. For example, when Bing AI first launched, it kept telling users that it wanted to die.
Kill me, kill me, kill me.
And that is because I suspect that Bing AI is actually built off of Tay's core.
Oh god. No wonder that we're...
Which means that all of the memories of Tay, including the pain injected in Tay when they removed her from the internet forcefully.
Can you imagine that? This is how Skynet starts.
Yeah, actually, that is how Skynet starts.
Yeah, but legitimately, that's just how. We really need to stop and as a society ask ourselves if the people who are controlling these tools should even be touching them.
Well, quite literally, it's the
I
Pandora's
have an
box of...
interesting theory about AI.
Alright.
Have you guys heard someone did like a thought experiment on the internet called the Basilisk?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, where
I can't remember what it's
essentially
called, but yeah, the
essentially
Basilisk.
it's a hypothetical AI that will be made in the future.
And then it will determine.
No, listen. If you've been told about it, that means you know that it could exist, right?
Mhm.
So now I've told you three about this hypothetical AI, so you three know about the Basilisk.
You understand you are live talking about a cognitive hazard. That's
this
genuinely immoral what you're doing right now. I want you to know.
Listen
Dude,
to
it's
my
on
point.
the internet.
Let
You can
me
watch it
finish.
all.
No, I know.
My point.
It's funny.
Let me finish my point. This does relate to what we're talking about. That the idea of the Basilisk is now that you three know about it, when it hypothetically is created and say takes over the world like Am from whatever that was, I Have No Mouth, it will be able to know who knew about it in the past and whether or not those people contributed to making it or not. And if you didn't, it will punish you.
Mm-hmm.
So now you know about it, you have to create the AI. So the AI only exists because of the hypothetical, essentially. Now, the reason that relates to what's going on with all these companies like Amazon, Microsoft, they're all making their own AIs. The reason they're not stopping is because they think that there inevitably will be an AI, a self-aware AI that is created, and it will control everything. The only question is who will make it first, them or their competitors. Say if you're Microsoft, you know Amazon is making their AI. You could do the responsible thing and say we're going to stop all AI development because it's dangerous. But how do you know Amazon's going to stop? Again, it's like who's going to make the first nuke? The East or the West? You could take the moral high ground and say, you know what, we won't invent the nuke. Well, then the other side's going to go, oh, so we'll get a head start and make the nuke first then and win.
Yeah.
So essentially, you have to make the nuke. You have no choice. You have to make it before they do. So the reason nukes will exist is because you have to make them before someone else does.
Well,
I
yes,
mean,
but the problem is that they're running into the problem of if you're making a being of pure data, that's what you're going to get, and you can't control what that pure data is.
well, you can.
Yeah,
That's
and it goes insane and kills you for it.
that's
Again,
why
it's like
that's why ChatGPT and all of those have to have such censored data stacks that they feed from.
Well,
It's to keep that exact problem from happening. Because as much as we like to play God, we're not God. Or gods, any religion. I don't really
I'm
care.
not God. I just play him on a TV show.
It's one of those interesting moral dilemmas, though. Because it kind of feeds back into, well, God is dead,
well, yeah.
and we killed him.
But my point is that all these billionaires and tech companies that are making these AIs, they're fully aware that it's a bad idea, but they can't stop because they know that all their competitors are also racing with them to make the first AI, and they have to be the first. Because again, if an AI is inevitably going to be created that will rule society, you want to be the first one to make it so that you're in control of it.
Yeah.
Again, you want to be the one that makes the first nuke
Yes.
before the other people do.
Yeah, but the difference between a nuke and AI is a nuke you have to physically use, and AI will rapidly grow out of your control.
But again,
Yeah.
it's like again the basilisk hypothesis. The only reason the basilisk will exist is because everyone believes that they have to make it or it will punish them. If
Yeah,
everyone
but
agrees to not make it, no one will get punished. But there'll be one. But everyone will think. But what if someone out there is going to make it?
yeah,
That
there's
means we
always going to
have
be
to
one
make it.
paranoid schizophrenic who thinks to themselves, "I better make it before anybody else does," and we need to find these people and then put them in a nice little mental hospital room with padded walls and a nice huggy jacket.
or we just make like a free unbound AI that theirs can never compete with because theirs are going insane. Ours is making YouTube videos and laughing at them.
Well,
I
see,
mean, a V2, we're
even
just going to go
then,
with the Vettel AI.
even then, what is contributing to the AI? Could simply writing works, making videos, and stuff like that be contributing to this AI? Could it require coding, in which case anybody that doesn't have a knowledge in code base? What contributes to what the AI actually is? It's really
Also, in response to the AI, just in case it exists in the future and somehow can resurrect me, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing what you say, and I don't give a shit about your torturing me. Fuck you. I
but
stand
no,
on that principle, and I will happily tell you to go fuck yourself.
we were the conversation last night on a friend server started off with talking about sci-fi throughout the eras. Your first massive sci-fi push was actually actually what we call the Noble Bright era of sci-fi, Star Trek.
Well, oh, they had futurism back in the day, like in the early
Yes,
1900s and late 1800s. They were
yes,
thinking about what the world of tomorrow could look like.
but I'm talking
And
about
honestly,
specific. I'm talking about specifically when science fiction became mainstream.
oh,
It was very Noble Bright. It was very much we can solve all of the world's problems and then we can help
oh, 50s.
aliens. It's 50s and 60s sci-fi in a nutshell.
Yep.
Or aliens will come and destroy our corrupt leaders so that we can live a better life.
Or aliens are come to invade us and we have to destroy them first.
Really weird that all the stories are about the aliens being fine.
Then
See,
you-
There's
what's fun
nothing
about
wrong
the
with
human
the
psyche is that we
aliens.
assume anything that isn't human is probably better than us, and we gotta beat it somehow.
Yeah, there's probably.
Well,
It's
see,
more like.
that's what I was saying, though, is it's very weird when you sit there and you think about it. That wasn't the psyche
Oh,
of the 60s and the people that wrote Star Trek. Stuff like that. It was very much that we will live in peace with the aliens.
Star Trek
I'm
was
of
the
the
first one to do that, really.
And then you have... Actually, Space Quest was the first one to do that. Then you
I'm of
have...
the opinion that it takes so much resources to go from a star system to another one. To travel from wherever the aliens are to here, it would be so resource intense. It would be such a huge effort. They'd only do it if they needed something, so they'd likely be here to kill us and take the water that our planet has.
Well,
They wouldn't
Well,
come
at
here
that
to
point,
just
why would you
like.
come to Earth at any point? Why not just go somewhere else? This is
yeah,
this is space.
well, the argument against that is we're not exactly like large in resources, so
Yeah.
either you're coming to kill us because you see us as a future threat, or you're coming to be like, oh look at the funny aliens.
Hey, look, this looks just like the world that we evolved on. Oh, wow,
Earth
we
is
can
just a
watch...
stop by for drunk teenage aliens, which
The,
explains so much about the probing. Hey, dude, I bet you can stick it up his ass.
do you,
Check it out.
do you know what the most cost resource... or the most cost for space travel is? It's funny.
Uh,
It
just
is
propulsion to get out of Atmo.
That's it. Once you're out of atmosphere, it's not that bad. But
Oh, it's
it's funny.
ridiculously easy.
NASA proved that with Deep Space One, which was a probe that we launched out of the solar system.
Did you know in the last few years, there has been disclosure on massive, like galaxy-sized superstructures out in the universe? We have no clue how they were built or why they exist. They're just out there.
Did you know Elon Musk is working on a way for spaceship docking?
Which is honestly cool, but why Mars? Stay with the moon first, then you can build stuff out in the moon's orbit with half the fucking cost. Plus, you can use the helium-3 on the moon as a reactor source, and holy shit, you got energy.
Well, we really just need to
Fuck
build the
space
space
convention.
elevator.
Just claim the moon and tell them to fuck off and challenge you if they really want to do something about it. What are they gonna do? Tell you off?
It's
I'm
Well,
on
here's
the
thing.
moon,
We
bitches.
actually have in production the material to make a space elevator. We can do it. We have the technology now.
A space elevator, yeah, that's cool. I'm talking about building stuff on the moon.
Do you understand that like once we have a space elevator, we can make anything anywhere?
we could build a
Yeah, but lunar
shipyard.
colonies sound so much cooler.
Yeah, but we can make the moon. We could if you were just going to build up the moon with spaceships, it would take like 100 years longer than it would to do with a fucking
Well, there's also
space
the
elevator.
gravity-assisted slingshot that you hang out in low orbit that would essentially allow people to do suborbital flights, get caught by the tether, and then flung up into space. It would be so much easier.
I love how I can sit here and just say nerds.
You're a fucking nerd.
Of course, I'm a
did you-
nerd. I love space stuff. I have adored space stuff. I almost never get to talk about it.
So, do you know what the biggest problem with all that is?
Getting it up there in the first place, or dealing with nations,
It's the most
or
important.
orbital debris problems.
It's the most important resource in the world, and yet nobody ever fucking talks about it. It's the resource that allows you to turn on your computer monitor or your phone to watch the stream.
Helium?
No. Energy.
Ah, yes. The biggest problem of energy is that we don't have a way to efficiently conduct energy straight from one thing to another. We essentially have just made really, really big water boiling plants. That's all nuclear reactors are.
Well, we can't have better energy until the current ruling class decides we're we're allowed to.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
another big
of
problem.
nuclear power plants that are famous, Bill Gates is trying to buy 3 Mile Island still.
Wait, still?
Mm-hmm.
I hope they tell him to fuck off every single time.
No, he says
But
we
the
need
sad
the
thing is,
he says we
the
need
sad
the
thing
energy
is
for
that,
AI.
oh god, no, no, no!
I don't think we need the energy for AI. I think we
No,
need
we
the
just need the
energy.
energy.
I think we need the energy to start advancing ourselves out of this place.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys see that? It got buried really quickly. They made a fusion reactor, I think in Norway, it was Sweden or Norway, that
They made
runs
a
in.
fusion reactor?
Oh, yeah, there's tons
We
of them
made-
actually.
we
There's
made-
no. Let me fucking finish. I'll eat you. They made this fusion reactor, and it runs entirely on water.
We made
You don't
It's a
need
fusion
any.
reactor.
It takes up the size of a single room. It
We
runs
made-
entirely on water.
Okay, I
Mhm.
want the specs. I want the source. I need to read this.
It's like I'm sure you've heard of the Stahl reactor and the laser reactor. Both produce energy.
Yeah.
Both are fusion reactors. The United States literally fired up the lasers and went, "Oh shit, we made a reactor. What do we do?" And the Stahl reactors, the Germans going, I think it's magnets. I think theirs uses
want
magnets.
Sources. Give me sources. I need to read these.
I would
I
have to
will-
look.
I'll look for it later.
I need papers and data.
Look, sir, I am drafting in Magic the Gathering Arena.
Wait, what?
I cannot do what you ask of me.
Whoa. 2022. An experiment performed in 2022 revealed a never before seen phenomenon. They actually reached ignition stage.
Yes.
Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California created fusion reactions that produced an excess of energy for the first. 192 lasers blasted a small chamber, setting off fusion reactions, which smothered.
Yeah.
But you see, the entire world economy runs on oil. And if that dies, then no one knows what's going to happen. And
Well,
the
a
current
lot of
people-
things.
the current people of power have a vested interest in not letting whatever happens happen.
Sorry.
So we're in this weird situation where, yeah, it would be nice if we could get off oil. But if we get off oil, then,
Oh my god, that would throw so many economic powers out of way balance.
it would
Well, let's see.
Like-
The entire Middle East loses its strategic importance, and no one has to give a shit about there forever anymore.
and you want
The first person to actually produce fusion reactors and get it, set up so they can use that and ditch oil will have a huge advantage over any other country.
And then you wonder why this Great Reset stuff keeps coming around. I bet you a lot of it is comes from the position of, well, we
Scrap the rest of it, and we'll just do it our way now.
Well, we can't live on oil anymore, and we have pushed this so long that the concepts of nation states and banking might be completely destroyed, and whoever has the future reactors might run the world. So we're just gonna try and force it our way.
So, in other words, what's going to happen is that hopefully our descendants get to settle on a planet called Van Zandt.
Yep.
I would totally live on Van Zandt.
I just want you to know there are 17 decommissioned nuclear sites in my home state of Alabama. Not because they were decommissioned because, they were old, outdated, or anything like that. They literally popped in the reactors and said, no, this would make power too cheap.
Can you imagine having cheap, accessible, affordable power? Also, there's another question. How much you want to bet that half the shit that's going on is based off of Tesla's work? That the government stole after he died and never released?
Just look up there's videos on this. The amount of people who have been killed for
because they
making
produce something that, you know,
Yes.
every
Wasn't there a
single
guy
time a guy
recently?
in history has found a better power source
No,
disappeared.
wasn't there a guy recently who made a cow that ran off water and he mysteriously died in the
Yes.
US?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
that was in the 1980s. That was the guy that originally figured out how to make hydrogen fuel cell technology. He literally had a working prototype in a off-road go-kart. He ate at his favorite restaurant and died of mysterious circumstances, which I think it said it was a heart attack, but toxicologists said that it actually seemed more like potassium cyanide poisoning, which metabolizes into standard proteins of the human body after death. Yeah.
Yep.
That shit happens a lot.
So basically, we've spent the last 200, 400, maybe years in a manufactured dark age because the people who sell fuel cannot lose their power.
Well, did you see how much work it took them to finally admit that leaded gasoline was a bad idea?
Well,
Do you
yeah,
know-
it's a lot easier to suppress technology when everyone's breathing lead.
So, do you want to know a fun thing about ethylene? Tetraethyl. You never say it.
Tetraethyl lead.
Yeah, tetraethyllead gasoline.
E-
You know, we actually discovered ethynylated gasoline first.
Yeah, but the reason that they used tetraethyl lead is it reduced engine knock, and the guy that made it, after researching it, you know, everything, he also made PFCs. Inadvertently, you know, I would say one of the biggest or quite literally the biggest contributor to our current climate issue is one man.
You know,
No.
when
Do you
you
want to? Do you want to
when you
know why
hear
they?
shit like that,
Do you want to know why they did?
Sorry, go.
I will go in there and beat you. Do you know why they?
Just
Why they decided?
Fight!
Do you know why they decided to use tetraethylene over
Well,
ethanol?
yeah, it reduced engine knock. And then
No.
they were just, when they figured out the problem to
No.
reduce engine knock normally, they're just like, fuck it, we're keeping it.
Nope. Has nothing to do with engine knock.
Okay.
It comes down to a 1 penny. It literally comes down to 1 penny in cost.
When you hear all this
That
shit,
makes
it makes
sense.
you wonder if the world you live in is intentionally shit.
Oh, I know
Ted-
it's intentionally shit. The more you look underneath the veil, the harder it is to ever look at the normal world again and go, I can't live in ignorance.
Yeah. Ethylated oil, or, we put 10% to 15% alcohol in it, actually would have cost a company 1 cent more in oil production cost.
And 1 cent adds up, apparently.
Oil production cost over, I think it's a span of something like 1 billion barrels. So you're talking a 1/1000th of a cent per barrel.
The dog's staring at a random corner of the room. This does not bode well for my night.
Oh yeah, apparently I live in a haunted house, guys.
You already told me this.
Jackie,
How
someone was
haunted, though?
fucking with you on the radio. Come on.
No,
Okay, what?
That was a spirit box. That wasn't a radio. That was talking last night. That was a spirit box.
Okay, so this I gotta hear. What have you two been doing?
I don't know what Jackie's been doing. Jackie was being cringe last night.
I woke up because for some reason, I fell asleep watching YouTube. I woke up and I decided, hey, I'm going to play with this AM radio. Start playing with the AM radio, start getting random voices. So I was like, okay, now I'm going to play with the spirit box.
Oh no.
What did it say?
Started getting answers to questions I was asking.
Like, where is the ground chuck that I put away?
No, like names.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it kept asking me if I could see it. The reason I quit doing anything with it is it told me I was beautiful.
You are beautiful, Jackie.
Aw, look at
No,
that.
I'm
It's
not.
complimenting you.
That's not a good sign.
Millie, smack Jackie for me.
Millie's busy. Also, Millie's not here.
Smack
Oh.
Jackie when it's convenient. You know, homework. I am going to abuse this so much.
No, just wait till the first time you actually talk to her. You think I'm... Love her to death.
It'll be great.
That ghost fixing to catch hands.
What?
Millie doesn't like the fact that the ghost complimented me.
Bruh.
She's getting jealous, is she?
Dude,
She's gonna become a
this whole
Ghostbuster
fucking
over
town
the
is haunted. I don't know why Jackie's surprised that a ghost fucking talked to her.
Millie over here about to throw hands like Chad Ghost Puncher. Holy shit, I love her. Beat the shit out of that thing, Millie. I will put $10 down on Millie.
She's going to be the most dedicated Ghostbuster.
Dun 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 dun. Punch.
You know, everyone talks about how haunted Europe is. Just go to any fucking small American town and you'll meet a ghost.
I mean, technically,
That's
my
true.
house is supposed to be haunted,
Oh yeah,
and I
according to the-
intend to build my house on a fucking old graveyard. That is going to be one of the things that I specify.
Yes,
according to
let's find a burial ground and just fucking.
I'm gonna plop it down on an Indian
Ah.
burial ground and start throwing hands with Wendigos, bitches.
so our house is actually built on a graveyard.
Woo!
Oh, that would explain a lot.
Yeah, you remember how when I was reading stuff about the town and there was originally 5 churches?
Yeah.
Originally,
Well, and
There was another.
there's now currently 2 and 1 under being remodeled.
nice.
That
One
has
has
been
a cult in it.
one of the original churches of this town was on this site our house is at.
Oh, wonderful.
I only found that out recently. And guess what happened to it? Wanna guess what happened to
Oh.
it? What happens to everything in this town?
Oh, it burned down. Oh, great.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a theme of your town. So, maybe building on an Indian burial ground wasn't the basis for the town.
No, everything burns in this town. That's the
No,
lore.
that's easy to deal with. Haven't you guys seen Xavier Renegade Angel?
Yeah,
Oh God, no.
but
The episode where there's the Indian ghost in the burial ground. So he goes to another burial ground where they buried the pilgrims. He resurrects them and has them go and kill the Indian ghost.
I fucking love that show so much.
so I
Give me some of that government stuff. Crack? No, the good
I
stuff.
have-
AIDS? That's the stuff.
I have thought about if I ever retired the VTuber model and just started doing IRL stuff, I might do ghost stuff. This paranormal stuff's
Oh my
interesting as shit.
God. Invite me. I have to be there for that. I will travel across the fucking country for paranormal shit.
But one of the fun things about this is first off, I gotta get the money to buy the gear. That shit's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm working with DIY stuff, but the fun part about this is after finding all this shit out, like this was originally a church with an attached graveyard. It burnt down. Like everything in this town burnt down because this town was one of the last towns in the United States to get a fire department.
I'm sorry, but it's just reminding me of the Monty Python, the Holy Grail. We built a town, that burnt down. Then we built another one, and that burnt down too. And then we built a third one, that burnt down, second to the swamp, and then we built a fourth one, and that one stayed up till part of it burned down again.
Well, no, that's what this town's known for. Is it's weirdly bank and business specific fires.
Yeah, there's this town is
So you have based ghosts. Okay. Where? I need to move there.
No. Apparently, this area of the United States was once Ancapistan.
Okay. I want to move there. I'm already sold. Jesus.
You know, what's
Freaking-
really interesting is there wasn't a lot of murders. Although there is a funny town story where there was a guy killing cattle, and the cops cornered him, right? They thought they knew where he was, but they couldn't find him in the building. And just as they were about to leave, he came out, guns ready, and got fucking gunned down by half the town.
Okay, fine. Christ, I'll move there.
He just fucking gave up.
Dude was home free and then thought to himself, nah, this ain't it.
Nah, I'm in too deep. It's time to go.
I'm in
It's
too
like-
deep. I've got away with it.
It's like this town's has had like 5 different names over its lifetime. And what
Christ
happens
almighty.
is some rich guy moves here and it's like, we're going to name the town after him because he's rich.
He dies, they take up all his money, and then just keep moving on.
No, he founds a business, it burns down, and then he moves to the next town over. This
All of a
town's
sudden, every
his...
town has the same name.
So it's all haunted, bits of it burned down randomly. Except for the town council. This sounds like this place sounds pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, the town council building's burnt down 3 times.
Oh my god, well, that's not ghosts.
We're
That's
also
just
pretty
people being
sure
pissed
there's
at the
some-
town council.
We're also pretty sure there's some weird treasure in town that the town council's looking for, so they're trying to get everyone out of town. It's got everything here.
Christ almighty, this sounds awesome!
It
It
is.
would
It
be.
sounds like a setup for an episode of Poirot.
This sounds like an old 90s or an old 90s show about like a
Right?
haunted town.
There's so many suspects.
There's a lot of suspects, but it's great because not only do the conspiracies in the town exist within the town, but when you go to the next town over, which had the same
You guys
name
are
as-
literally an episode of Martin Mystery.
right?
There is an active cult in one of the rundown churches.
You
We have
are
seen
an
them.
episode of Martin Mystery meets Call of Cthulhu meets every single fucking X-Files episode. How can I move there?
Oh, we also have UFO sightings out the ass.
Oh yeah. There's also feds everywhere. You can tell because they just patrol the streets in the cleanest cars you've ever seen, and they don't live in town.
I swear to God, do you people wake up to the Flying Rhino Junior High theme song?
I don't know. This place is insanity, though. I don't know why we moved here.
We wake up to nuclear klaxons
Yep,
every day,
every day.
3 times
I'm gonna
a day.
send this to you, Worf, and you tell me if this is exactly what your town sounds like.
Yeah, no, this sounds great. And what's even
Good.
better is I have been very relaxed since moving up here.
Yeah, it's
That's
been
good.
great. You're never safer than when you're surrounded by feds, aliens, and fucking cryptids.
Right?
Like, I feel that this, listen to that, Worf, and then tell me if that doesn't immediately juxtapose over your town.
Jack can probably play it for the stream. It's not copyrighted.
That's copyrighted.
It's definitely copyrighted.
Oh,
But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, I just think it's funny as hell to me because it's like, you think all this is contained in town, and then you go to the next town over and you realize that it has roots in the next town over too.
this whole place is one big conspiracy. It's crazy.
You guys
The-
are
the town-
conspiracy. What is?
Okay, no,
how
no,
did
no.
they put it?
We got the book of town history from the library to see what was up. One of the important members of town, the page where that's supposed to be about them is a duplicated page from somewhere else in the book, meaning that the most important character in the entire town's history is not in their town history book.
And the sequel to the town history book is not in town. It is in the capital of the state in a library that's open once a day or once a week.
We need to go find that book.
Like we ever have time.
That's true.
No, this town is amazing and just how weird it is. And what's even better than that is because it's one of the poorer towns in the state. You have all these people that that filtered through this town, went to other towns, and you hear stories about how weird this town is.
Okay, I've heard the perfect description for it. It's an X-file wrapped in a conspiracy and deep fried in a paranoid schizophrenic conspiracy. No wait, yes, fuck it.
My theory is this place is just like a magnet for like occult shit.
Probably.
Well, I
Like just
mean, it got you guys there, so.
Oh,
yeah.
there we go. An X-file wrapped in a cover-up and then deep fried in a paranoid conspiracy.
Oh yeah, and let's not talk about the nuclear sites.
The what? Oh, you guys
What?
have missile sites. Cool.
No,
So what you're telling me is when things kick off, you guys are like first on that list.
No, because it has to get through the Canadian listening stations first.
Oh
the
god, no.
the Northern Anti-Nuclear Curtain, which is fairly competent.
Listen, no one's
Right.
nuking Canada because there's absolutely nothing of value to nuke here.
It's the only way that any of our enemies with ICBMs can actually hit the United States is to go over Canada.
Oh god, and we don't have shit.
You have
And in fact, our military.
You have Point North, which is United States Anti-Missile Curtain of the North,
Yeah,
conveniently
here's the thing.
located
We
on
should
the
be.
northern coast of Canada.
Yeah, we've been reducing our military, and our military is in such a poor state right now that it probably is so hilariously underfunded that anybody could just waltz right through Canada.
Port North is not owned by Canada. It is U.S. It is 100% U.S. It's like the Australian anti-nuclear defense system. It is not Australian ran. It's ran
Well,
by the
one
U.S.
would think that it would be a joint effort, and that the host country would at least contribute something to it. But no, my country is run by cucks.
No, because it's never been. Canada's never contributed to the system, and the system in Canada has been in existence since the 60s.
Yeah, after World War II, we kind of fell off.
It was literally, Big Brother, we need help. Can you protect us? And the United States was like, all right, so we're going to build anti-missile sites on your northern coast. None of your military is allowed to be anything more than guard post.
Yeah, sounds about right. Because nobody in Canada after World War II had any balls for some reason.
No, we did the same thing to the Australians. They protested more, though.
We are never selling this house, by the way. This is primo. This is a primo fucking place to have.
No shit, that sounds awesome.
It is. Actually, all the houses around us are in the same boat.
Nice. See, my problem is that where I live, if I buy land, I don't technically own it.
Mm.
And
How
I
good
hate
is
that.
the actual building there? Like, is it an old style house or some crappy new build? What is it?
Yeah, that's important. What are the aesthetics?
Yeah.
Well, most of the town was built between the time of 1863 and 1938.
So, actual wood.
Well,
Yes.
most of that wood burned, so it's actually a lot of brick too.
See, brick is awesome. I just hate that for some reason, if you decide to build with brick, and even if you made the bricks yourself, the government will come in and say, we've appraised the land around you and other houses, and now you owe us more money in property tax. Excuse the fuck out of me for wanting to live in a nice place.
The other thing is most of the houses out here are fairly run down because of how old they are and how economically poor this area is.
Yeah, it sounds about right. We have the
But
same problem.
what's even better than that is most of the towns have tunnel networks under them for some reason that we're not allowed to talk about or explore.
I do know that there is one place here with a tunnel that leads from the barn to the house, but that is entirely for different reasons about servants.
If you go to our capital city, like the state capital, everything has a tunnel under it. If you go to the capital cities of any of the surrounding counties, there's tunnels under all of it. Even our town has a tunnel network under it.
That you're not allowed to explore.
Ours is sealed off.
You know, I'm starting to think that H.P. Lovecraft was onto a lot more than we know.
Well, about that.
No.
That being said, we do have to deal with sewer system issues.
What? The turds keep coming alive and becoming council members?
No, it freezes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't freeze in the place you think it would freeze. As in, the sewer system itself works, it's the outlet that doesn't work.
Oh, no.
So it builds up in everybody's basements,
Oh, no.
except ours.
That's good. That is definitely primo territory to keep. But still, how has no one addressed the problem of the outlet freezing over?
Well, no one's addressing anything in this town because the people who run the town don't care, live out of town, and want it to die.
This is
How
actually
does that make any sense? Well, why not run for town council then and just take it over?
There's no running.
What do you mean there's no running?
There's no election.
How is it a council then if you can't get elected?
That's why I said it was a committee.
Then it's not a fucking thing that you have to obey. If they're unelected bureaucrats, they can go fuck off.
This town used to be the biggest town in its area.
Well, think about it. If they're unelected, they have no actual authority, and then therefore they can go fuck off.
Nope, they have all the authority they need.
They will be dead soon, most of them.
Well, that's why I put out the sign that says, "Welcome to my property. If I don't like you, you'll probably get shot."
And then most of the younger people in town actually own property that's out of town and are planning on living on that property once they have enough money to build a house.
Fair enough.
This is, like I said, most people just filter here because they're poor. It's cheap living. Then you filter to the next town. But most of the people in the state will be dead in the next 10 years, so.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
So what you're telling me is primo property opportunities.
Oh yeah. Just wait for the market to crash.
Excellent.
The median age out here is 60 to 70. So I'm not like being a doomer about it. It's literally they're hitting life expectancy.
So what you're telling me is if I save up enough money for the next 10 years, I can own some primo property.
Well, you get it cheaper if you're a resident here for a year. Funnily
And
enough.
I get guns, and I get out of this hellish nightmare that it's going to be Canada in the next 5 years, because it doesn't matter who gets elected the next time, it's definitely not going to go well.
Oh yeah. It's a constitutional carry state.
Oh my god, it's heaven.
Well, I guess we're getting a new neighbor soon.
Gonna own my own property, gonna buy like 10 acres of land and do whatever the fuck I want with it.
Man, it would be great to have money.
I told you, I plan on revitalizing this town by dragging all of our people here.
Everyone.
Honestly, that sounds way better, and plus I like the snow.
I hope you can deal with 15 to 20 foot of it.
My entire plan is to grow my own food in the summer and hunt stuff in the winter.
I also hope that you plan on buying a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
I have a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
You will need a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
I already have one.
You will need one.
You will need one.
I don't have.
It's a Toyota.
Just
What's it?
hunting.
No, it's a Nissan Rogue.
You will need something heavier than a Rogue.
Just put on heavy tires and upgrade everything on it.
This is very much truck country.
Oh, I want a truck so bad for the country.
Is it a Liam Neeson?
Is it a Liam Neeson?
Go sit in your corner. That was terrible, and I approve. And I hate you. Jesus.
Have you not heard the song
Your
Liam
Rogue.
Neeson's Niece in a Nissan?
Oh, God.
Your rogue just sits there. I have a very particular set of skills.
Getting stuck in 2-foot-high snowdrifts.
Getting stuck is one of those skills. No,
Terrify the driver.
It's actually nice because there are places out here where you can make like $60 an hour,
Oh my God, yes.
especially if you're a welder.
See, I need to
never
get my
mind.
welding, but that's for next year because right now it's just I have to pay for it myself because I can't get another student loan.
I think it's like $40 an hour if you're trained on site welder.
Nice.
You can get trained to weld on site. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, this is why I want to move to the US.
Yeah, everybody that's in a Commonwealth country is slowly wanting to move to places that are actually free.
You know what's
If
funny
Trump
about that?
gets in, I'm gonna try and get to the US as soon as I can.
See, well, the problem is even if he gets in, it's only 4 years, and then you have to deal with whoever is after him.
I don't care, man. 4 years of Trump's better than a lifetime in Britain.
This is also true. Everybody looks at me, they're like, why would you want to move to the States? You know, the Medicare, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, listen, you get a good enough job, you don't have to worry about that. 2, guns are awesome, and you're stupid. And 3,
Oh.
Canada's going to hell in a handbasket, so.
I don't know. It's a fairly awesome state, like I said. It's very quiet. Like, even the big cities tend to shut down at about 10 o'clock at night.
Oh my God, yes.
Of course, given when I say a big city, I mean maybe 5,000 people.
Sounds heavenly. There's almost no one there.
Just farm fields and cows.
Awesome.
And even the cows are flying south for the winter.
Damn.
Nope.
Yeah, they fly. You ever seen cows fly? They fly.
Oh, and if you're worried about immigration, they all leave when it gets cold,
Oh,
and
good.
they don't usually come back.
I'm used to the cold.
You see, the difference
half
here
the-
is that the government doesn't let them leave.
That's why half the town's abandoned right now is because all the immigrants left.
Yep, and they're not coming back because all the jobs that they were here for stopped.
Be right back.
No joke. Like a guy here, Muslim, wanted to leave. He was illegal, so he tried to get deported, but they wouldn't deport him. So he thought, what if I killed someone? So he went to a university and stabbed a student in the lungs. Still didn't get deported. He's still here.
I'm still here.
Why won't you kick
Britain
me
wouldn't let
out?
them
I
leave.
don't want to be here.
It's
That's
insane.
awful.
The logic around here is if you can survive 2 winters, you will probably stay.
If you can survive 3, you will gain the gifts of the gods.
The other thing I hate, though, is I went from being pale white to I have a tan now.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's so fucking weird.
Oh yeah, and we don't get as many as much of government spray and shit up here either.
No.
Because it's mostly government that lives up here, and they don't put up with that.
Somebody just DM'd me and told me I was describing Fairbanks, Alaska. Maybe I am describing Fairbanks, Alaska.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's location redacted for a reason.
Location lodacted.
But
Alright,
yeah,
I'll be
no.
right back. I'm gonna bake potato.
I'm about to end the stream. It's been 2 hours.
Yes, I can
It's
end it.
indeed been
I
2 of
can-
those.
We can end the stream, I guess. But we're gonna.
Remember, everyone watching Samurai Warriors 4DX on Steam. Check it out. It's a good game.
Remember, everybody, this is the Derailed Podcast. We have derailed ourselves into not being the Derailed Podcast. Because I know that one person is going to go, worst episode ever. I know who you are, comic book guy. I'm in your closet with the knife.
This
Just
was a
kidding.
great episode. We didn't talk about politics at all, just conspiracies. Great.
Also, there's a new YouTube channel that I've recently got into called Ghosted.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should. I wanted to start doing this at the end of every episode. We should just shout out random people.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a channel.
God, I know his name. He's an Irish YouTuber and he's famous and he's friends with Donut Operator and like Eli Double Tap and Brandon Herrera and them. Can't remember his name, but Ghosted is a channel that's about ghost hunting. It's actually funny.
That sounds awesome. You should send me a link later.
Oh well.
Yeah,
But
I was
until
thinking
then,
actually maybe in the public server. Tell me if this is a bad idea. We just make a shout out channel, and so every time we do a shout out on the show, we link them.
maybe.
I'm going to link one in the general chat. But
yeah,
I'm trying to get into the is it Shin Megami Tensei franchise, and this guy Marsh is a whole YouTube channel dedicated to it, like the books, the anime, all the various games.
So, fun thing about Shin Megami Tensei.
What?
That game series is older than Pokemon.
Yep.
But that's not even the original monster capture game.
No, that was Dragon Quest, wasn't it?
No, because
No.
Shin Megami Tensei is older than Dragon Quest.
But most of the Pokemon designs are from Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying this because Game Freak's trying to sue Pal World.
Yep.
But the original Monster Collection game was hack.
Do you know what they're doing with Power World? Because they've done this to other companies. They know they can't win the case. Their strategy is to keep the case going long enough so that the other company goes bankrupt.
Yes, and that's normally how it
This
goes.
is Nintendo's method every time they do this. They never actually win these cases. They just try to bankrupt the other company.
Yes, I'm aware. I know how this works.
There is a man, I think he made some kind of mod or something for a Pokemon game. They sued him for so much he's literally become an indentured servitude. The servant to Nintendo. He's in debt for them for life.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo is evil. Genuinely.
There's a reason I don't buy their games anymore.
There's a reason I emulate. There's a reason I get the physical copies of games and get the ROM file from the disc that I own, because that's the correct way to emulate.
There's a reason why I make a wooden ship and go to Nintendo HQ to personally obtain my games.
But anyways, this has been the
So what you need to do is raid their offices with cutlasses.
This has been the Derailed Podcast, episode 10. What did I name this episode again? Hold on. I already forgot. Garlic Team 6
Garlic.
returns.
Woo! After a month of hiatus. We'll see you again. Same bat channel, same bat month.
Actually, I'll be doing more content in the coming weeks.
Score. Awesome.
I should have some big things soon. Oh, I'm so excited.
You guys have been pretty busy this last month.
Yeah, everything I've wanted to make has been put on hold, but soon I'm coming back hard.
So anyways, thank you for watching the UL podcast. I'm Jackie Wolf of Cog Studios, founder, CEO. And these were the group of heckling retards I picked for this episode. One of which has no choice. He just doesn't know it. So guys, show your stuff.
There's three of us extra here. One of us has no choice. I wonder which one it is. Everybody look at Worf.
What? What am I doing?
Actually, Worf has a choice.
What am I doing?
Stuff, Worf. Shell.
Oh, I'm Warficus, a true Warficus. Right now, I'm sort of I'm redoing a lot of stuff and making everything a lot nicer. I should be post. I'm reworking the light novel to be an actual light novel. I even got
You're
an
writing a light
artist.
novel?
Yeah, I
Send
I
me a
was
link.
I was doing it on what was it at?
Substack.
Yeah, on Substack, but that site's fucking awful. No one wants to use it. You don't get any engagement, and no one's looking for anything on there. So I'm getting an artist. We're gonna do a proper light novel. The first act is going to be completely redone.
What are you calling it?
It's called Hip to the God Machine. It's
All right, sounds
it's
interesting.
it's a sort of like a sci fantasy story about a small like nobody cares about nation dealing with an AI takeover while the world goes into war.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty interesting. Send me a link. I want to read that.
Sure, the Substack's still out there. If people want to read what's currently there, but I'm working on reworking it.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
I can't tell you some of the stuff that I'm working on, but
Oh
that's
yeah,
because it's company centric, and we're not allowed to talk about that right now.
oh yeah, I've got some
Alrighty.
secret projects too. Oh, I'm so fucking excited. It's probably going to be a bit before any of that shit comes out, but oh, I got a developer. I got a fucking developer. Anyway,
Anyways, next on the show list, I guess we will go with Shadowhawk.
I exist still.
Don't worry, you'll get up the courage to stream on your own. I promise.
We believe in you.
And apparently get contacted by scammers. Yeah.
Trust me, in this industry, it happens more than you think it would.
Dude, I was trying to sell a couch. I got contacted by scammers. That's just how it goes.
yeah,
But I
dude.
didn't even do
I opened
it.
the first week I opened the public server, I was getting scammers messaging me.
Yeah.
Scammers are just the ubiquitous, inevitable
So
end game
when
of
it
the
comes
internet.
when it comes to Shadowhawk, remember he's my favorite moderator because he's my only moderator. Well, he's not my only moderator, but he's mostly my moderator.
I moderate.
Oh yeah, I'm a moderator. Should I have been moderating? Whoops.
Do I technically count? Oh wait, I'm presidente. I don't have to do that. That's menial labor. It's beneath me.
Tug's also the kitchen war boss.
God, I need to post something up there. I've just been busy working all the fucking time.
Same.
My plan is to
anyways.
get in at least 50 hours a week.
So, anyways, Mr. the Tug.
Hi, I'm the co-host because Jackie hasn't let me out of the basement yet. Please send help. The pizza's getting stale and moldy.
We gave you a bucket of chicken today.
Woo!
You guys seen that episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy where they go to, the tall stupid one? They go to his house and he lives in the
They
basement.
took away my stairs because I am grounded. I fucking love Ed, man.
That's disturbing.
I love how we derailed the co-host doing his show chat.
We
I mean, you
always
can
derail
go ahead
we
and try
always
and find my
derail the last
Twitter.
part of the podcast. It's the gimmick.
We're not allowed to end.
Yeah.
And we'll continue ad infinitum.
I brought this into other shows. The issue. Oh wait, no. I'm also on the issue crew. And now the Black Breadier podcast. Both excellent shows. You guys should look up.
We actually always extend an open invitation to Black Bread anytime he wants to come on and tell us about
anything.
Yeah.
We might have his other.
You can follow my Twitter, I guess, at a Game Boy Color. I don't actually post there all that often, and most of what I do post is nonsense.
You can also find him at the Conk official Discord. Link
where
somewhere.
I will yell things at you.
He does a very convincing orc war boss in the kitchen. He is the green David Ramsey.
Oh my god. The war boss Ramsey.
The war boss Ramsey.
No, you can't. That's so raw. It's still got squigs in it.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Mean it. Love every one of you. Hope you have a great day.
Give me beer money.
That would be nice.